All right, if you ever get stuck in a car conversation and don't know what to say, I got you. Day 13 of learning about car facts that blew my mind. So let's start with the basics. This thing right here is called an engine block. And you see the round holes on top, they're known as the engine cylinders. The number of holes, the number of cylinders can help you identify what kind of engine it is. For example, if you see 6 holes like this, it's known as a 6-cylinder engine. And the placement of the holes or the cylinders explains about the type of the engine. If you see all the cylinders placed in a line, straight line, it's known as a straight 6 or an inline 6 engine. But if you find 3 on each side placed in a V shape, it's known as a V6 engine. And this goes from 4 cylinders all the way to 16 cylinders. Coming to the next one is a V8 engine, where you find 4 cylinders on each side placed in a V shape. After that, you have the 5 on each side, known as a V10. Then you go to the best sounding one with 6 cylinders on each side, known as a V12. Basically 2 inline 6 cylinders combined together. And then you go on to the W16 engine, where you have 16 cylinders, basically found in Bugattis and stuff. The second part is what happens inside the cylinders. Inside the cylinders, you have something like this. And the movement of this piston helps power the crankshaft, which then powers your car. Inside the cylinder, the movement of the piston is created by a tiny explosion. And the tiny explosion is created when oxygen mixes with fuel and gets ignited. You have a fuel injector, a spark plug that creates this explosion. When the fuel injector sprays the gasoline mixed with air, the spark plugs create a tiny spark, which creates an explosion, helping the piston move up and down. This moment, when combined with multiple pistons, help create a force to the crankshaft. Then it goes on to the next step. This is how basically an engine produces power. The process of air and fuel going into the cylinder and getting ignited, creating an explosion, pushing down the piston, and then the fumes leaving as exhaust gases is known as internal combustion. These are known as internal combustion engines. You can identify for most of the time what type of engine it is based on the sounds they produce. The most basic sounding engine would be your inline 4 engine. The next one would be the inline 6 cylinder, where everything is firing in a 120-degree angle, so it's smooth and balanced. Coming to a V6, a 6 cylinder but V6 engine, this sounds a bit deep and sounds like a toned down V8. And the next one is a V8 engine. It gets really interesting in this one because it has 2 different types, but both are 8 cylinders. The first one is a cross plane and the second one is a flat plane. The cross plane engines are something that are typically found in a muscle car. They're not high pitched, but a deep rumble. And the firing order of the pistons are different, like they're odd fired. And coming to the flat plane, this is what's found mostly in the Ferraris, like with the V8s. They have really high pitch, but not as much as of a rumble.